So if you see listings, real estate sales listings, listed on property portals in Dubai or anywhere else in the world for more than 6 months, is it a sign of danger? Is it something you should be really careful about? Right. Check out this video to the end to understand the nuances underneath the situation for you to have a more balanced approach. My name is Fahd Dawood. I talk about real estate, Dubai, internationally, your life, my life, and our path to allowing financial abundance to coming to us. Right. I answered recently a subscriber's question of, is it a good time to invest or not? Check out the video to understand more about it. But based on my answer, one of the other subscribers raised some valid points, and he said, look, I've been following listings online. You know, this is what investors do, right? They get down to the nitty-gritty and they look at stuff they need to completely research. And he said to me, I'm looking at listings that are online for more than 6 months. What does this mean? Does this mean a lack of liquidity in the market? Or is it a danger sign? I'm going to explain to you to understand a little bit of the nuances, the stuff that's happening underneath. Going to give you a little bit of a behind the scenes view so that you can make up your own mind and understand things better. Here's something that I learned maybe 4 or 5 years ago, because I, as an agent and investor around the real estate industry, obviously learn every day. Number one, a real estate agent should not list a property to list a property. A real estate agent should ideally be listing a property to sell a property. Unfortunately, in Dubai, we've got different levels of real estate agents. We've got real estate agents right up there, very experienced, they know what they're doing. They've either learned on the job or they've come from other countries where they were already practicing real estate from mature markets, okay? And then we've got real estate young agents who are starting out and they're starting on their journey, right? Agents up here are not going to take a listing that's not going to sell. They list only to sell, which means that they're going to scrutinize the pricing very well. They're going to scrutinize the seller's motivation very well. They're going to scrutinize access to the property. If a property is tenanted, specifically in Dubai, it's going to be very difficult. It's not impossible. It becomes a little bit of a challenge in Dubai to sell a tenanted property. Is it in bad maintenance shape? All of those things the agent up here is going to look at before he takes on the listing. Whereas the agent down here, I don't mean derogatorily down here, just somebody who's starting out and is slightly green behind the ears, we've all been there. He's going to take on a listing just so that he can get his presence out there and attract other sellers to him, right? So a seller that's not very motivated, just wants to test the market, doesn't willingly want to price it at market price, this agent is going to take on the listing just to show that he's present in the market. And sometimes they get lucky and a listing gets sold because there's some peculiar uniqueness to the property that even if it's priced above market price, it will sell. Okay. The other thing that when you're looking at real estate listings that have been listed for so long, for almost 6 months, essentially speaking, when you look at behind the scenes situation that's happening is in Dubai, right? It could be either of these situations. An agent is very experienced and therefore will only take a listing that absolutely sells, or an agent is really inexperienced is going to take a listing on that's not currently going to sell in today's market. You need to get to the bottom of the story. Why? You're essentially, when you're trying to assess the market, you're trying to get to something called absorption rate, okay? Absorption rate essentially means how quickly a property goes into the market and gets sold, if my memory serves me right. Actually, no, it's not absorption rate. You're looking for something else. Sorry, let me correct myself. You're looking for something called average days on market. Okay, average days on market essentially means property got listed, and within a 3 months period got sold. So in about 90 days got sold. That becomes the average days on market. So if you're an investor, or if you're somebody who's looking to understand what's happening in the market, and all of these listings are listed and you've been seeing them for 6 months, you got to understand that sometimes it's either the agent who's not experienced, or sometimes it's even experienced agents running listings because they're trying to generate leads. Okay, they're just trying to generate leads. But if you want to get to average days on market to understand how quickly a property is selling and getting sold, you need to then call the agents and actually interview them, right? How do you do that? You essentially introduce yourself as a potential investor, and then you dig deep. Okay, you ask them, so how long have you been selling this property? Are you an area specialist? How long have you known the seller? So on and so forth. And some of the agents are going to turn up to be area specialists, and if they're area specialists, they're going to be very frank with you, and then they'll tell you, oh yeah, I've taken off this property 2 months ago. I'm a specialist in the area. I know that this price, negotiate 10% up or down, is going to sell pretty fast. So one of the person who made a comment said, 6 months the property's been listed, is that really a danger sign? Essentially no. Does that mean no liquidity? Essentially no, because properties priced at market rate today are still selling. What you want to actually not assess this, you want to assess this, average days on market. So if a property went on, and the way you actually assess this is speak to the agents, like how quickly did they sell their last property in that area at market price. Generally speaking, average days on market in Dubai, I don't know the current average days of market in specific areas, but between 90 days to 6 months could be the possibility. Sometimes it's less than that if it's priced really well. So this is what you're looking at, not this, because this has a bigger story behind it. If you're looking to invest in the Dubai real estate market, I do offer a service. You can work with me one-on-one. Reach me at the contact form below. I do charge for this service. It's not for free. If you've got general questions, then you can put them in the comment section. Happy to answer so that others can also benefit. Hit the subscribe button. Don't forget that. Press the bell icon. Ciao for now. Talk to you soon.